Hello, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. What we're looking at is a draft of an email that I want to send to the mayor and the city manager, chief of police, Texas Ranger, city council, etc., and concerning looking in the underground homes for clues for some of the missing girls in this area. And so here's the email. I said, Mayor Blong, I believe the now not so secret underground homes are a great place to look for missing girls in this area. We have a few of them. Here are some of the reasons. Angie Mungia Herrley. In October 2010, my friend Angie was leaving my home and at the oil show parties in 5 minutes. I know this because we were talking on the phone while she drove there. I now believe that she was parking in the Home Depot parking lot, going underground somewhere in that store, and then coming back to my home via the tunnel that I'd found on historical Google Maps. In my backyard is one of the 4 secret underground homes. Tisha Brumley confirmed that the oil show parties were held in the underground homes. During this week, Angie told me about a young girl that was overdosed by some people at the party because she didn't do whatever they wanted her to do. Okay. And then I got a print screen of another woman named Jessica Hadley told me that she had been to many oil show parties, and that wasn't the only girl this happened to when she didn't do whatever they wanted her to do. A former escort, another woman told me that she was at the same oil show parties that Angie was at, and she confirmed they were drugging the women there. She was underage at the time and said that the men preferred the younger girls over the older women. I got a print screen of that. Okay. And then just this past week, a woman told me that another woman told her that she was drugged and raped at the tunnels by the Home Depot store. Okay. And then we have the famous Haley Dunn. On March 14, 2013, I wrote the Department of Justice, suggested they look in the underground homes for clues in the disappearance of Haley, but they didn't look, and 2 days later, her remains were found in Scurry County. I wondered if Haley had been to the underground wholesale parties in 2010 after finding out that her mom was a stripper. It makes sense that all of the strippers would be at those parties. And then another woman told me that Billy had been taking Haley to the strip clubs with her. Haley was reported missing 2 months after these parties. And here are 2 girls that went missing from Midland. That's the pictures up there. Okay. Caitlin Dennison. In 2018, 19-year-old Caitlin flew to Midland from Reno, Nevada with the unknown man. She called her sister Rachel from Walmart and told her that she was afraid for her life. The man was angry that she wouldn't let him touch her. She has not been heard from or seen since. Okay. And then Crystal Hall had taken a bus from Altoona, Pennsylvania to Midland, and the last contact with her was on October 1st, 2019. No Facebook activity since September 25th. I'm going to show you that in a minute. She contacted the father of her children saying that she was scared. Crystal also told him that she was potentially going to be involved in trafficking. I can't say that on social media, as she was with 4 men and 4 women, and the women were not allowed to talk to each other. Okay. From the family, they spoke with a man that bought her the ticket and said that his roommate got her back on drugs. She took off with him. He's in jail, and they don't know what happened to her. She had changed her address to North Palomino over in Odessa. The police had found out, and they believe she may be alive. Okay, so I'm going to send this and with these print screens over to the mayor and chief of police, etc. Okay, let me show you this here. Okay, there's Angie, my friend, that left, and I think they've threatened Angie's what happened, because here I'm telling, here's what Angie said, but of course now I'm the guy that's got, 50 other homeowners documented reporting people in the attic and a map here. Okay, and here's the Midland Home Depot store. Here's the tunnel I believe that was used for the people going to the underground parties. In the backyard, you could see it on the Google Maps where one of the 4 bunkers was located. This is where I was shot. Okay, so that's what I'm suggesting, to look in these underground homes and for clues. Okay, and then here, this is a print screen. Tisha Ann Wilkinson Brumley said, confirming that the also parties were held in the underground homes. Okay. And then here's Jessica Lee Hadley saying, I've been to many parties. There's more than just that one that was murdered or raped because she didn't do whatever they wanted her to do. Okay. See, I think that's all reason that we look in these underground homes, expose them, and for clues in these missing girls. Okay. Here's this escort. It says, I was an escort and I went to almost every oil show party in Midland, Odessa from 2008 to 2019. And and then here I'm telling her, my friend, about Angie, and she says yes. And she said, I said at 11 p.m. each night, Angie would put me on hold and go get her pill. This is how I knew they were drugging the women and the girls there. And this woman said, yes, it's true. Okay, she was confirming she had been there, and at the time she was underage. Okay. Here's a just last week I got this on TikTok off a movie, and she says, I ran around a lady in 2019. She was sharing her story with me. She said there were tunnels at the Home Depot in Midland. She said she was drugged and raped and was lucky to be alive. Okay, it just keeps coming in. Okay, and this one here, this is the email that I sent on March 14, 2013 to the Department of Justice, Ask DOJ. Okay. And some of the things I wrote in there, it says, I have overwhelming evidence to support the allegations of an underground facility. Okay. I believe these same slavers could be the same people that kidnapped Haley Dunn. Okay. Maybe she's being held by these slavers below my home right now. Okay. I sent this email. They didn't look here. And 2 days later, right here on March 16th, Haley Dunn's remains are found in Scurry County. Okay, ain't that what? That's a coinky dinky, ain't it? I send this email, and 2 days later, they happen to find her remains. Okay. And these are some more print screens I got. This one was from Michael Morales that told me, he said, I was told that she was pimped out to her father's oilfield friends. I was told that father would get up to $500. Okay. This was about Haley Dunn, And then here, a Janice Freeman driver told me, she said, now, buddy, I heard that from Billy, the mother of Haley, from a very reliable source, and that Haley was going with her as well, but staying in the dressing room while Billy Dunn worked the stripper pole. Okay, so Billy was, I was told, was taking Haley to the strip club with her. That's why I wondered if she took her to the oil show parties, and I suspected all of them would be, all of the strippers would be at the oil show parties. And then on the Hope for Haley Dunn Facebook group, Stacy, a friend of Billy's, says that keep in mind she was stripping. It was a third job because Clinton didn't work. She was a nurse, secretarial, and a stripper, And then she was her friend. It was Billy's friend, but she was just confirming it. Okay. Here's Caitlin Dennison that went missing. Okay. She went missing in January 2018, flew from Reno to Midland, and she was called her sister Rachel from the Wi-Fi at Walmart, was afraid for her life. The man was angry, wouldn't let her touch her. She hung up abruptly, sent her location, stopped answering texts, has not been seen from. So maybe there's clues in the underground homes. You see why I'm thinking, well, maybe they took her underground, I made a video called Missing Caitlin Dennison Crime Stoppers Tent. I sent a Crime Stoppers tent in. There's even more information because my home health care nurse told me about a guy in Midland that was taking a group of girls to Reno every year. And so I sent this Crime Stoppers tent, look in the underground homes, Of course, they're like, oh, that's Buddy. He's crazy because he thinks people in the attic, And we're ignoring the 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic, right? And the proof that I wasn't shot my gun and everything else. Okay, here's I tweeted out this video, Missing Caitlin Dennison Crime Stoppers tip, and I want to show you who it went to. Newswest 9, Midland Reporter Telegram, Big 2 News, the Midland Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, Midland Sheriff's, Texas DPS, the FBI, DHS, and CBS 7 News. Okay, so they all got it. They all got it, and it was all about the underground home and all that. Okay. And then here's Crystal. I'll show you. Okay. And there's our picture again. And this was from the Missing Persons Cases Network. It's where I got it in 2019. Her last known location in Odessa, she lives in Pennsylvania, took a Greyhound bus here. Crystal also told him that she believed that she was potentially going to be involved in trafficking, and she was with 4 men and 4 women, and the women were not allowed to talk to each other. Okay. And then from the family here, we got some information. We spoke to the man that bought her the ticket, and they were supposed to be together, but his roommate got her back on drugs. She took off with him. The roommate is in jail, and we're not sure what happened to her. She changed her address to Palomino, and in Odessa. As far as we know, she's alive, but God knows what she's into. But it's still on the Missing Persons, as far as I know, on the Missing Person Cases Network. So that's another person in Midland that that, and you know how they look alike